Hi and welcome to the channel. In this video I change out the left taillight assembly of a 2002 Dodge Durango and show how I got the connector off, which with these Dodges they have a locking connector which can be tricky to get off if you don't know how to do it. I am not a professional mechanic. I'm just a guy that works on his own stuff. So anything I say or do may be wrong. Do whatever I do or say at your own risk. This is just how I did it. It's not necessarily the best way. I make it a habit to check my brake lights and the rest of the lights regularly on my vehicles. So I noticed I'm once again having trouble with this left brake light. This is a 2002 Dodge Durango, and this light right here, the top one, is not working. So I took both of them out. Here's the right taillight assembly. This one's working. This one is not. And I don't know what you call this assembly, but this thing that holds the light bulb are the same. So I swapped them and they both work on the right side, but neither of them work on the left. The plastic that holds this metal contact in appears to have overheated at some point and deformed slightly, which seems to have been the cause of the problem. Just not a whole lot more fun than prowling around a junkyard. I love it. There we go. I'm wondering if there's a design problem with this taillight assembly. Okay, this is a 2000. That looks much better. So the part fit nicely in my bucket. I just cut that because that little, I haven't figured out the secret to these red tabs on this Dodge. And with that melted part, I thought sometimes the connector may be bad, so it's just faster and easier to take that. That whole thing was a little under $15. Okay, so getting this out is super easy. Those two screws right there correspond to these two screws there. So you just open the hatch, unscrew those, and this, when you go to put it back in, this hooks into the little slot over on the side. Screw the two screws in. The difficulty comes in the connector. Okay, there we go. The new assembly works great. I didn't even change the light bulbs out. These are the light bulbs that were on the car in the junkyard. All right, here are the tools used. I didn't show the use of the multimeter, but I did use it to test the voltage coming to the contacts. Voltage was fine. I believe it was simply the deformity of the parts due to likely heat in the past that caused the connector knot to make a good connection. The needle nose I just used to cut the connector wire, and the raid I didn't use, but I always take it with me when I go to the junkyard because wasps like to build nests in old cars, and they especially like to build nests in the mirrors. So if you're ever in a junkyard, watch out for wasps.